Hood Postman. Quick, let's go.
About humanity, putting truth in these lines while they busy feeding lies. When you got that tunnel vision, gotta open up your eyes. Wake up and go to sleep. Man, I'm praying all times. And to my guys, ain't no other side. This for my brothers, I'ma pray we all shine. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Yeah, you already know.
Depending on the lessons, some people eat, some people learn. But the game is going to send you a big. Lock the door.
Lock the door. Shout out to the Mailroom Nation and the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Postman. Be sure to click that notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below so when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the first and the 15th. Welcome to the mailroom. When you come in and take a look at your mind, examine what's in your heart. Before they had handguns, they had handguys. Man up, guys. Man, this is not a glorification or a glamorization. It's always an education. Get on the bus and let me take you to school. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to Marlene Williams, Postmaster RDL. I see you in there, fella. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, man? Everybody else that's jumping in, man. New York Links, what's happening? It's funny, that title. Man, that's what it is. Right string, wrong yo-yo. That's what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about a couple of people and a couple of things, and hope we get some clarity and bring forward the real information, the real story, and not be so much geared towards sensationalism or being worried about numbers and subscribers and all that stuff, because a lot of people get caught up in that, and then things become convoluted. It gets really, really complicated at that point. What I will say, though, that I believe that both Cowboy and Loose Cannon, if you can't take this from a very, very passionate about things that they're unbiased. Their passion is unbiased when it comes to the love of Nipsey Hussle and Rolling 60 Crips. You can't take that from neither one of those guys. And which are elements, those elements cannot be taken away from the equation, matter of fact, because obviously that we see both of these guys consistently profess their love for Nipsey and profess their love for Rolling 60 Crips. Today, an altercation happened in Vegas at a little gas station or whatever. Malik called me, and I actually got on the phone with Cowboy, and Cowboy basically gave me a play-by-play what actually happened, and I don't have to go back and show the video, but I know most of you guys are already don't show the video. But what I'm gonna say, we should never make never make the mistakes in life to allow yourself to be recruited by someone who hates another person or who hasn't wronged you. You know, that makes a fool, because only a fool would inherit somebody else's enemies as a sign of loyalty. That's just foolish. So a lot of times people don't have the full understanding of what this life is when it comes to Damu and Kiwe. They just don't. And they sorry about that. And they might have got a late start and being part of the politics of part as to what the do's and don'ts of being a Pyro Crip or a Blood or a Hoover, whatever that may consist of. And they get caught up, and they're easy to be manipulated, persuaded, and moved around, you know what I mean? So when you completely trust a person, guys, without any doubt, you're automatically going to get one or two results. You're either going to get a friend for life or a lesson for life. And that's just the fact that's not going to change. And I just, I come in here try to give a different perspective because I'm not here to shame anyone. Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right is not my agenda. I know that a lot of people do various things on the internet for various reasons, and I'm not here to point fingers or tell you about how to what you subscribe to and what you should listen to. But however, I will say this: that the root word of entertainment, right, is enter. The root word of entertainment is enter. And entertainment is the enemy gains entry. The enemy gains entry through entertainment. And we have to be careful of that because we got to be mindful of what we're entertained by. Because if you allow them to gain entry, they may gain entry to your soul through entertainment. And you have to be careful of that because there's a lot of people just on the internet, I'm just saying in general, that loves to be caught up in mess and bonding and trauma. That's just what's happening. And you got to give yourself a chance, man. You can't, you know what I mean? Because this thing is man, it's wicked. It's wicked. So let me get back to it. When I talked to Cowboy, more or less what happened is that he had pulled over because he actually sideswiped a young man's car out of Oakland. And when he sideswiped the car, he busted the man's tire and it damaged his fender. So what happens, the guy was like trying to get somewhere. So Cowboy offered to put his car, because he was towing a trailer, put his car on his trailer. So when he loaded the car on a trailer, he was underneath strapping it down. So in the midst of him doing all that, I think Loose Cannon pulls in, right? And when he pulls into the filling station, somebody said, "Hey, man, that looked like Loose Cannon." So Cowboy comes up from under there. At this point, Loose Cannon don't see Cowboy or nothing, but Cowboy does see him. Then this is according to Cowboy. This is his narration of the situation and how he feel his perspective. Because everybody has experience and perception of a reality, and two things can be true. And I'm gonna say this: I think both Loose Cannon and Cowboy are very passionate about the things that their unbiased love for Nipsey Hussle and Rolling 60. That goes without question. Can't take that from neither one of those guys. But I think both that Loose may have been a little more influenced by somebody that's outside that 60 circle, and he's taken on some personalities or some situations that he may not should have had to take it on. That's just my opinion. And don't make it true. But so and what happens is that Cowboy rolls up from under the car and he goes over and he says, "What's up, hood?" And when he says that, he fires. He give him like a 4-piece, and Loose Cannon's in like shower slippers or whatever, and he takes off, goes into the you saw the video. I don't have to show that video. He goes into the the convenience store, whatever there, and he comes back out and he's got a pair of bands in his hand, and he was talking about letting get a fair one or whatever. But I don't think that ever happened. I think as you hear the video, Cowboy's girl is like, "Come on, let's go," or something in the background. You can hear that in the background. So I think what wind up happening, they wind up going their own separate ways, and that pretty much did in that situation right there. But I'm gonna say this: never assume that someone likes you, sweetie. Sometimes you're just an option when they are actually bored. So just keep that in mind. And I had to put that in there. And that's being a little, I don't know, that's being a little crass. But anyway, I thought that would be, interesting. And I like Cannon, you know what I mean? Don't get it wrong. I do like him because I think that he's very, very entertaining, but at the same time, understand who's entertaining and what entertainment is. It could be the access to where the enemy gain access to your soul. It could be the entry point. And sometimes we gotta really, really, really look at things in a way that where we can. And there go Marlena, sweetie. Never assume that someone likes you, sweetie. Sometimes you may just be an option because they may be bored or something. So you gotta just pay attention to that stuff. And it's like the right string, wrong yo-yo is my title because that's what it is. Sometimes people fall for the banana in the tailpipe, or they got the right string, but they got the wrong yo-yo. And anybody, man. Jesse James was the baddest handgun man in the West. Every day he had to prove that. And that's what I'll be saying about 4 extras. Every day he gonna have to prove that he can whoop 10 dudes. Because he gonna keep getting takers. He gonna consistently get people that's gonna want to, take him up on the page. And that just where this shout out to Michelle. How are you doing, Michelle? Not Sugar Doodle. Yeah, he got fired on, and I think it caught him completely off guard. That's what I think happened. Caught him completely off guard, and it's just what it is. Sometimes a good run be the bad stand. Is that, Asia the Supreme, what's happening? He chose to come outside in house shoes on that. That's just it, man. But know this, right? I'm kicking out them house shoes. I'm kicking out of them babies. It's over. Well, I just got fired on, and I'm going to stand there in house shoes? No, I'm kicking out them house shoes. I'm kicking out of them. That's what's going to happen. Those things are coming off. He had on boots. Who had on boots? Cowboy had on boots? Because Loose Cannon said he had on shower slippers or shower shoes or something. I don't know where you get that from, bro. But anyway, somebody said he had regular shoes on. Now, I heard Loose Cannon say he had on slippers. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. So what you saying? He lied on himself? Is that what you're saying? I'm just telling you, I talk directly to Cowboy. You know what I mean? I'm giving you a Cowboy version of what happened. And Cowboy actually said he got 4 phase. He want 4 phase. And he named the individuals, and we all know him well. So I don't. I guess. Hey guys, I mean, all you guys, there's gonna be guys that say that say this and that. And I think when I was on the line with Cowboy, it was me, Malik. It was me, Malik, and Dahood. So if he lied to all three of us, then I don't know what to say. I'm just giving you the account, his account. Oh, 600 wagon loose and brick. Yeah, yeah. This stuff is hilarious because we as black people, man, when we gonna learn that we're not each other's enemy? There's greater enemies, bigger enemies, and bigger situations out there to be fought. But yet we find these little petty differences to make ways within our own community. Here's the thing: be safe, be smart, and give yourself a chance, and get out your own way. That's how I see it. Because a lot of people are really factually in their own way. And that's just I don't know. Happy Ramadan Mubarak, brother. Yeah. And I don't have no dog in the fight, and I'm not trying to be entertained by the situation and circumstances. I'm here really just shoes or no shoes, but okay, when it comes, yeah, I get that. But everybody is different. Sometimes people are the element of surprise. Does that even play into the situation? You're not ready. Does he get a pass for that? I don't know. What you guys think? So that was that situation. I just hope that somehow they're able to recover from it and be able to, because here's the thing. Salute, buddy. Uh, why are grown men constantly going to the internet to argue? We gotta look at that too. Why is that happening? Why is people are just strongly vocal about how they feel about certain individuals on the internet, but they don't never pull up on them, man. That's why I keep my binoculars. I keep my binoculars so I can see what's going on. Yeah, so I don't have an opinion one way or the other. Like I say, I think both of the guys, they're both good podcasters. They both good entertainment. When it comes, they both how to know draw the crowd in. And one thing for sure and two for certain, they both Loose Cannon and Cowboy are very passionate about two things: their unbiased love for Nipsey Hussle and Rolling 60. And can nobody take that from either one of those individuals. They may have different ways of expressing it, or different ways to bring it to the front, but from my observation, that's just what I see. Yeah, I remember little kid, man, when he went to Westchester, and some of my younger homies definitely known for squabbles. Yeah, there it's there, man. So, but what do we do? Because the streets are undefeated. Do we think we even doing any damage, or all we're doing is damage to our own community, our own selves, our own people? Nobody's impacted or affected by what Black people do in their community. Nobody else is infected by that, but impacted by that except for us. And for some reason we can't seem to get a grip on it or bring it in. Free Big Sleep, yes, Sleep Hudson, right? Henry Thomas. Sleep Hudson, rest in peace. Loose Cannon, yeah, crazy. But again, how do we fix that? When you completely trust a person without any doubt you automatically get into two things and two results. That's either a friend for life or a lesson for life. And that's what's happening right in front of our very eyes as we see individuals that's in business, right? And then next thing we know, they're falling out and have a difference in opinion. And then they coming back and forth at each other. And then there's the one guy that they keep speaking about. I haven't heard him say anything, you know. I don't know if any of this is true. I don't know. I just don't know. All I can do is like try not to give too much airtime to it because to me it's kind of meaningless. It doesn't educate the kids. It doesn't improve upon. We're not. We should be bringing forward the best of our culture, but somehow the worst of our culture keep being first, and the best of our culture keep being last. And that's only happening to us. Why is that so? And we should be alarmed. We should be shocked. We should be like not having that. We should be like desperately trying to change that narrative and get out of that predicament. Why are we the only people? Well, our people is the only people that keep tearing each other down by using the internet. The keyboard gangsters, the cyberspacers, the YouTubers, the virtual reality. But today, something physical happened, right? But that's the point. When you rely upon the virtual reality or the social media to be that block or be that space where you can go operate and be you can be Superman over there. You can be Aquaman, Superman, Green Lantern. You can be the Black Panther. You can be all that combined in one, right? But when somebody see you outside and you've been a disruptor, you've been disrespectful, you've been inappropriate, you've been hostile, and you're saying things that people have didn't took to heart because they was disrespectful, and then you have to defend that. Now the virtual reality is no longer aiding you. Now you got to be in a physical situation. And how is that working for you? I try to give everybody their respect and treat everybody right because I like to be treated right. I don't want to be out here on the cyberspace arguing with some people about nothing. Not when the world and the place we live, the place we call home, the America, is being assaulted. Shout to Capone, man. Not when our very existence and everything that we live for and work for, our tax dollars, people that's on Social Security, people that's on SNAP, whether they on SNAP or not. Maybe they don't know no better way. And if we don't teach them a better way, how can they get off of SNAP? You understand? But somehow we keep battling each other and putting each other down and going after each other and calling and treating each other in the most inhumane way on a daily basis via internet. And a lot of these people on the internet are just outright lying. They're making up stuff. They're making up paperwork. They're making up allegations. They're making up assumptions. And at the end of the day, it's just about their clicks, their likes, and subscribers. And they will use you as the bait to attain that because every 21st, YouTube is going to send them a check. But again, I'm going to say this. Those who feed you can also starve you. So if that's your only source of income and you depending on that, and the more ratchet, and the more unsavory and unscrupuled or unscrewed individual you can be, uncorked, unchained, and just outright just degradation and misogyny and all the rigid things that you could possibly let fly out your mouth, is somehow going to raise your number, and your check is going to get bigger. But at what cost? What is the cost? because the game is going to send you a bill. When I'm out there in them streets and selling that dope and stuff, at some point, the game sent me a bill. And I had to go sit down for 10 years. I lost 10 precious years. I did not have that to lose, but I lost it. With nothing I can do about it. Only thing I could do was get in there and fight that system within, because I understood two or three things. I understood that everything that done to me was used through what was called the sentencing guidelines and federal seconds and thirds. The federal seconds and thirds are the law books. They have a key on it, right? That represent opening the door and locking the door. So the same system that puts you there, you got to be able to take those laws and put it back in a format that makes sense, right? Based on elements and you, because because they do not like to break their own procedures. If you make them look bad on procedure, they will automatically overturn a case just based on that. So when you got first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, when you get down to fifth and sixth due process, right? Or Miranda rights, however that comes out. If they make any mistakes within that, they will overturn a case. So just like you make mistakes, they make mistakes. But you gotta put the time and the work in. You gotta get into the federal second, federal third, American jurisprudence, the Black Dictionary, and break down those Latin terms of Dita Carrera, prima facie, the Cornovus, quid pro quo. You got to understand that. You got to be able to understand exactly what the exact language saying, how it reflect, how did it play out in me, how did the mandamus, and then what is that called? Understanding the 851 and 856, 846, and 859, and all these different things. Title 18, US 21. You got to be able to understand what does all these things mean. They mean something. And if you don't understand them, how do you navigate your way back to freedom if you don't understand anything that you're reading? So comprehension, most important. Most important. Not going to the iron pile, not working out, not doing that. Going to the law library and understand, taking out all your legal work and laying it out and start going through with a fine-tooth comb and see and find the mistakes. And then you take that law and find case law and shepherdize that law, shepherdize those cases, and see there may be a U.S. Supreme Court ruling that fits your case. But if you didn't go look for it, you would have never found it, because nobody's going to help you in that regard. Shout out to Black Warrior. Appreciate you. You too, Ronnie. Appreciate you. So when it comes to these street battles or these internet battles or the keyboard gangsters, and Cowboy told me today he don't like to be on the internet because he don't want to be on there arguing with nobody. He don't. Habeas corpus as well. Yeah. He don't want to be. That's a 2255. He don't want to be on the internet arguing with a grown man. He told me that. Oh, as a law clerk can change. Right on, Gerald. Right on, man. That's cool, man. Yeah, that's the way. That's the only way you're gonna find yourself back out of there. Going to the canteen, playing checkers, dominoes, bid whiz, and all that, and pinochle is not gonna open the door. You know, a lot of people talk about chess and checkers and all that different stuff, but at the end of the game, I don't care if it's chess or checkers, all the pieces going in the same box. So how is that different, right? It's just like when you die, everybody going to the same, not particularly the same box or the same hole, but everybody get a box and a hole. I don't care how rich you are, how poor you are, none of that matters. You're going to get a box and a hole. And everything you got goes back and somebody else get to enjoy it. Your cars go back, your money go back, your jewelry go back, everything. Nothing go in the hole with you. You can have $300 million there and not putting that in the hole with you to take it with you. Nope, you won't need it where you're going. But yet we don't reflect on that. Where would I be without the breath? Once I wake up, anything else can be negotiated in the world. So why spend time mad or arguing with another guy that's on the internet or something. Capone, thank you, man. That's on the internet that's trying to make his way or trying to figure out and navigate his life. But he's so information poor. He think that arguing with me, getting into a fight with me, somehow boosts his credibility, makes him look good, and everybody's gonna like you. Everybody gonna like you for what? Why do I need people to like me? I like my damn self. See, that's one thing about that's missing in our culture is that our names don't mean nothing. The name that I was given by this country, or the typical names that people are given, they don't mean nothing. But think about this: why did the Indians, natives, name themselves Running Bear and Rainwater and different stuff? Because they had significance, they had meaning. Or the Africans name Bandigo or Mansa Musa. I'm just using those as an example because of Abdullah. What are the most beautiful names, or what are the attributes of the certain names? You know, I should have a name that where I could just say my name and feel great about myself because my name actually has adjectives that describe the character which I am. That's just like I tell you guys, be careful the name that you give yourself. If you come up to me and say, "Hey man, I'm crazy boy from such and such," I'm gonna look at you and say, "Yeah." I'm gonna say, "Okay, crazy boy. That you just told me you crazy. There's nothing else we need to discuss or talk about. You just told me yourself you're crazy. If you told me your name was stupid, dumb from such and such, I got to believe it because that's what you said." So when choosing a name, choose wisely because the name used to describe the character which the name is given. The name describes usually the character which the name is given. Names have impact. Words manifest physical, right? So we got to understand that we got to get beyond this surface stuff. We got to get beyond this local ideology and thinking and being that, hey, I'm outside. Look at me. Shout out to Avalon Blue. He just sent me a message. you know, this thing is bigger than that, man. When I was just listening to the chick today, when she was talking about Kendrick Lamar, when he said mustard, people didn't know that, and I resonated with it because she said it's a double entendre. Yes, he was talking about Mustard the rapper, but we must muster the effort to be better than who we are. Double entendre, right? Double entendre. So there's a lot of things that we have to learn about language. We have to learn that the supreme mathematics, the supreme alphabet is the way to finding the real truth versus what we've been told or what America has just landed on us, placed in our way. Shout out to King Mike. And then we get these dudes that I call them circus or circle jerks. Circle jerks is a congratulatory group of individuals get together that attaboy each other, that grandstand together, but lack critical thinking. Because you follow trends and who you like, you can't get past the point that where you need information, you need leadership, you need guidance. But you get that way to a person because you like how he's trending or you like how you just like him for whatever reason. And he can be a complete dummy, ignorant, have no information outside of just nonsense. Like I say, keep bonding in trauma. We say rest in peace when we gonna say live in peace. Why we can't say live in peace? And just look at all the different YouTubers and all the different people that come on the internet and how they apply and rush to certain stories and how they disseminate that information, how that become the bulk of what their conversation about instead of upgrading, increasing intellect, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and purifying the heart. Let your entry be out of gate and truth and honor. Likewise, let your exit be out of gate and truth and honor. Be safe, be smart, give yourself a chance, get out your own way. as my boy Day Day would say. You know, that's what my boy Day Day, man. I love Day Day, man. Day Day for 120 Raymond. Man, y'all wait till y'all get a bar 120, get a bar him. Wait till you get a bar him. Just wait. Hmm. But anyway, yeah, so that's where we at with it, you know. So we're trying to, at the same time, we got to reposition ourselves. We got to reposition ourselves to 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 actually cross the goal line, because they're moving the goalposts. They moving the goalposts. So all we do is just like a navigation system, just like you place in information to get to a certain destination. And sometimes the navigation system might take you down the wrong way, but then you don't get mad at it. You just enter the information and reposition yourself and get to your destination. You know, shout out to RDL, man. You've been staying consistent, brother. I appreciate you, man. You know, everybody is here. I appreciate the guys that come over here and the guys and gals that come over here that want to be informed, that just want to know, just get the story straight. I mean, I'm giving you the story as straight as I can possibly give you. I'm not adding anything to it, because I talked to the guy, you know, and if he didn't shout to Drac, rest in peace, if he didn't give you if he didn't give me the accurate version of it, and I don't have no reason to distrust what he said. That's just based on my experience with humans, um, knowing therapy and going through therapy and knowing a couple of psychologists and people that's in that field of work, and they give me different curriculums to read and understand how the human anatomy work, and also how the human psychic work. You know, how sometimes that the psychophilosophical vehicle or spiritual intellectual enslavement has occurred or been pressed upon us of people, and they don't want you to know certain history. This is what they're working on now, and Donald Trump is why he's destroying this over there, and everybody's over here looking at this, but over here there's something really diabolical going on, you know. And that's the point. You gotta look, you gotta be able to keep your head on the swivel. You gotta keep your head on the swivel, because this stuff is all about money, bro. It's all about, shout out to Smurf Nacho. This stuff is all about money. That's why you see people behaving on the internet the way, because at the end of the day, it's all about dollars. They're gonna talk to you, man. I got my check was this, and then I hear people say it all the time. Man, I made this. I can't believe. But I know what the formula is. I gotta keep, man. I gotta keep skits. I gotta keep a play. I gotta keep some buffoonery going, and I gotta fool some people. I hear people say it just like that. You know what I mean? And I'll be like, wow. I don't say anything. I'll be like, wow. You know, because they think I'm in agreement with it. You know, I listen to them, but I'm not in agreement with that. I'm not in here to mislead my people, misguide my people, and be inappropriate with them and give you false narratives and information. That's not what my intent is. Right? You got to know the difference between intention and attention. My intent is to purify the heart and purify the mind. Other words, be in enlightenment. My word is my light to my walk and a lamp to my path, as the Bible would say. You know, so there's different things or different information in various places that we can utilize to help navigate this life. I don't discard anything. I take what I need and leave the rest. It's like going through the cafeteria line. You don't pick everything and going to the buffet. You don't put everything on your plate. You pick what you like and leave the rest. That's how I do it, you know. What anybody else do, that's what they do. But anyway, let's see. I think Money Grip is in there. Facts all about currency. Yeah, you're right, bro. It's all about currency, man. What's going on with Marlena Williams? What you doing, Marlena? Oh, I got a birthday coming up too, guys, on the 27th. Next week, next Thursday, matter of fact. It's time for us, the black men, to grow up and be the men that God wants us to be, man. Say that again, man. The only thing people don't understand, man, that is communication, it's apology, and it's accountability. That's what makes a man. Communication, the ability to communicate, the ability to apologize, and that's it. And having accountability. If you're missing any one of those three, man, you're lacking. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm an Aries guy. So coming up soon, man. Coming up soon. Here, Professor, on this. Tales from the Hood Tuesday. We're knocking it in, guys. We're knocking it in. And sometimes, I have to go in and just do lives. Oh, yeah, RDL, you're Aries too. Right on, man. April 12th. Right on, man. I think Stan the Man is an Aries too. Yeah. And a couple other people is it that I know. Um, so where we at, guys? Where we at? What do we do? What do we do about our people that don't seem to just understand and don't seem to get it? That's somehow stuck in this war that's actually going on inside their head and don't exist nowhere else. Because when you look at the landscape, you can't tell a crib from a Pyro, from a blood, from a Hoover. Only way you could look your Hoovers when they put that orange on. Nobody's wearing orange. Nobody's wearing that. So when you see that, you know exactly what's going on with that guy. That is some godly looking orange. I don't know how they do. I never wear orange. Just not me. Even though I got it on this YouTube channel. I like it there, but I don't like it on my body. We need a black liberation. I agree. April 14th, I knew it was something familiar. There you go, man, with you, Professor. Right on, man. The Aries guys are tapping in. Professor, March 27th, everybody. Man, thank you, Asiat. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. So, yeah, and just let's see. Shout out to my grandson, Anthony. He turns now. Oh, man, shout out to Anthony, man. Happy birthday to Anthony. He turns 9 tomorrow, man. That's good, Postman. Did you interview in my neighborhood in the country with my homie Stan? Good interview. Yeah. Right on, bro. Right on, man. It's a lot of stuff out there, man. It's a lot of people. People been tapping in with me too, but I haven't been able to get around to them, to interview. Sometimes the interviews they can be costly, on me, just gas and different stuff, you know what I mean? So I gotta say those bills so I can write them off. Send me Warren G. Shout out to Warren G too, man. He's with my boy over there at my boy Ghost out of Washington, DC. I talked to Ghost today. Shout out to Warren G, man. Really. Warren G say I want it all. Thanks, y'all, man. For sure, Asia Supreme. That's what we hear, man. We treat this thing like a family over here, man. We ain't over here shadow boxing, hot boxing, and boxing with microphones over here. No, that circle jerk thing. We ain't playing circle jerk over here. Go look it up. That's a real word too, by the way, guys. Go look at the word circle jerk. Real. And you'll see exactly. And when you read it, you're gonna see the definition. You're gonna say, "Yeah, that fits." That fits. When you see, there's guys that in these certain groups and stuff. It's time to make a drastic change, man. Definitely a change, a shift. Let's get up out of this, this rabbit hole we keep going down. We keep sinking down the same rabbit hole day after day after day. It just unfathomable. It just is, man. But anyway, anybody got any more questions before we get up out of here? I think we talked about that enough. Tomorrow we'll be on something different because that's just how the internet works, man. The internet is going to find a new black person, grab a membership. The internet is going to find a new black person to throw on the bus sometime between today and tomorrow morning. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Now they're on here talking about the people supposed to be coming to big you. Why would they even know that on the internet? Is mom how how y'all know that? Nobody's asking that question. Does that make sense to anybody? How do they know that why would the police tell anybody, listen, man, on this day we going to pick you up and we're gonna arrest him for this and that and that. I'm not saying it's not true, but just why do you even know that? It's my problem. Why is that important? But again, never assume that someone likes you, sweetie. Sometimes you are just an option when they are bored. Was that dirty? Was that dirty? But don't get me wrong, I like Loose Cannon. Don't think I don't like him. I like him. I like him. I like because he's very entertaining, and I don't think that he needs anybody to be Loose Cannon. He got a lot of character. He's got a lot of character. He don't need to be affixed or adjacent to anybody when it comes to being Loose Cannon. You know, very professor. But look at the sign and how it is the one road back to humanity path to peace. Yeah, I get that, bro. I read some of those books, man, and there's some books out there that's scary, bro. If they were ever to come to the way the books explain it, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Trust and believe that. But like anything else, we survive most things and we survive all things. So I think we're due for a paradigm shift. And one thing about it is that I can recreate myself in all women. I can recreate myself with the black woman, the Asian woman, the Mexican woman, the white woman, the Arab woman. But the white man can only reproduce himself in one woman. That's his woman. So therefore, that gives me an edge right there. You understand? And I'm not just saying that's what I'm doing, but what I'm saying that all young black men see what a lot of people don't say 51% of young black men are single and childless. 64% of black men are in the middle class. We don't have a money problem or any other. What we have is a management problem. That's what we have. Our gross domestic product as it's 2 point something trillion. We would be the ninth richest country. I'm talking about black people. But the only thing we seem to get together on is the electric slide and the wobble. That's our problem. Now they popping their fans. They put on their cowboy boots or cowboy boots or cowgirl boots and what cowboy hats and cowgirl hats, and they popping their fans. While you getting ready for Saturday night, they planning 3 generations, and that's why we cannot keep up. It's because we too busy being entertained. And everybody knows that entertainment, right? The root word of entertainment is enter. The enemy gains entry through entertainment. Be mindful of what entertains you, as it may gain entry to your soul. I don't think I need to repeat that. I think those people in the back heard what I just said, but if they choose to ignore it, then that's that. There's nothing I can do about that. I said it. I stand on it. I believe it. Yep, exactly, Professor Melly Mill. Real Talk 1000. Sometimes we can be a little petty over here, just a little petty, but we acknowledge it. You know what I mean? We're not hiding behind it or but at the same time, I use it as a teaching tool because history is medicine for a sick mind. Within history is a variety of human experience we can teach and learn from. I reassign my DNA and master my soul lessons and cultivate a space for the abundant flow that I am. See, that's where I'm at with it. All that other stuff is not necessary. It's just not. But anyway, I'm glad you guys are here, and I appreciate each and every last one of you. You guys continue to have an amazing, incredible day. As for me, I am Professor Melly Mill, your hood postman. You know me, don't mind me just watching. Church moving, but go ahead and lock that door.
Cali finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money, got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga, streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the feds get me. It's guap off top, diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shining. That's hard work, proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. I leave bad man and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me, that's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking, and I don't talk about it, I just make it happen. Word on the block is that my shit go, reach for the low.
Lock the door, cause we are gone.